Well, it's the morning of the fourth day. We decided to come into a new spot this morning and got back on the main road, drove down to the south a couple miles. And when we got there, looking at our maps, it looked like you could get in. Boom, no trespassing sign. So we had to backtrack and found another road that allowed access. But now we're essentially one basin over from where we were planning on getting. And I found this elevation band, kind of what we've been talking about this whole week of where those deer are, and parked. And then I think what we're going to do is kind of hike out, and I think that we'll be able to see over into the main hillside that I wanted to glass. The weather's about 40 degrees this morning, 38 degrees or so. It's going to be a good day. We're going to see a buck today. We're going to see a buck that is like, man, those other bucks, not even worth looking at anymore. Because now we're starting to get into that point of like, whew, maybe we shouldn't have passed up that nice 4-point on the first day. We'll find a good one. I've got a feeling. Big basin. We could see everything that we wanted to see for the most part. The only thing we're really missing is just around that ridge, but we got all of this now to look at. Plenty of pockets of aspens, nice oak flats or hillsides up there. And sagebrush, we're in the zone that we should be seeing deer. And once I think the sun starts to just peak up and starts to get it, it really lights those deer up. So I like looking at new spots. Should be good. It looks like it's going to be an absolutely beautiful sunrise this morning. I'm excited. What about you, Jace?
Very excited.
Very excited, Jace says. All right. Let's find a deer. Well, this morning has been pretty flat. We've seen 5 total deer. We've been up here for hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. We saw one little buck came out kind of across this hillside from us. Not much anything. 2 does and a spike on the main hillside that we wanted to glass, that we can see all of. And then about 15 minutes ago, I picked up a buck way far back up in there. But it has been absolutely dead to be able to see so much country, and really good country. Well, we gave it another 45 minutes or so. No more deer. So we're gonna make like a tree and leave. We're just not seeing anything. So it's time to go find some. So since we left that last spot around, I guess it was about 9:15 or so, we just kind of started working around back to the main drainage where we've been seeing all those deer. I'm going to move this to keep on this deer. And didn't see any deer. We checked a couple hillsides quick as we were driving. And Jason's like, let's go check that one place where we saw that 3x4 that we chased yesterday. Let's see if maybe he's just back in here. Well, we got here and we were glassing, both kind of glassing opposite directions. All of a sudden he's like, oh, there's 2 deer. And there were 2 deer just kind of bouncing across the mountain. And as we got looking at more, we could see a few more deer bouncing. And we ended up picking up a buck and a doe, which led to being quite a few more deer. And now we've got 4 bucks, and I think there's only 2 or 3 does up there. And one's a pretty nice 4-point, one's a big 2-point, one's a small forky, and then the 3x4 from yesterday is up there as well. And they're right about where they ran to yesterday. And the more I look at it, it's like, would I shoot the 3-point or the 3x4, or would I shoot the 4-point? They're very similar. The 3x4 has just like kind of a weak back fork that makes him that 3x4. The 4-point has decent forks, decent front forks, and I don't know, it's tough. It's like, which one do you, if you get the opportunity, which one would you shoot? So I'm over here scratching my head, one because it itches, but also because I don't know which one I would shoot. I don't know. What would you guys do? I might even work down into that sage and stuff. I mean, they don't have to go that far. Well, that was fun. We watched these deer close to 2 hours. Finally figured out where they were bedding. We were making a game plan of, okay, are we gonna go up this ridge line, or are we gonna make a loop back around them and come up over the top? And all of a sudden, Jace gets on the spot. He's like, where are they at? And he's looking around for them. And he's like, oh, there's a hunter right there above them. Which, there's like no vehicles anywhere around us. So this guy must have came in from like over the top or something, which I don't really see the reasoning for that. But when he did that, he ended up blowing the entire herd out. I mean, we probably saw 10 or 12 deer running. Needless to say, this hillside where we've been watching these deer is completely shot now. So there's that. I think we're gonna eat some lunch, wrap around this backside, and maybe see if any deer come around. So this evening, after that screw up earlier today, we've just been kind of hitting different locations quickly. We glassed up in the main basin that we've been for quite a bit. I saw 20 or so deer, but hardly no bucks. So I told Jace, I was like, we got an hour of light left. Let's try to hit some of these spaces that we hadn't even glassed yet and see what we can see. We found a couple. Well, that's a wrap for day number 4. Tomorrow we're gonna go back to Pride Rock. I'm gonna put my stake in the ground and say this is where we're gonna do it, because every time we went in that basin, we found deer. I feel like it's got to be just a matter of time until a pretty good buck shows up. We have
tomorrow and basically one morning to hunt if need be. But I think tomorrow is going to be the day. We'll get it done tomorrow.
Well, it's day number 5. Come back into what I was calling Pride Rock. I figure the place that we've seen the most amount of deer every single time. You know, we gave some other options, or gave some other places chances to find, more deer, bigger deer, and just haven't done it yet. At least haven't seen as many deer as we see here. Just tons of doe groups in this place. A little weather moved in overnight. It started raining around 3 o'clock this morning, but nothing bad. And right now there's like little snow flurries. It says it was supposed to snow from I want to say 5 a.m. until 10 or 11, but just light snow. A little bit colder this morning, so hopefully that'll get some deer moving. We've got today to hunt, and then tomorrow morning if need be. I'd prefer not to, because the day after that, after tomorrow morning, is my anniversary, and I gotta be home for that. Well, we just spotted first deer of the morning right down here below us, about 350 yards. It's 2 does and a big 2-point again, of course. But this sunlight that's coming through, the sun finally kind of peeked over the mountains. It's kind of socked in back behind us, but it has made this beautiful glow in here. It's also bringing in some fog, which is not good. That's crazy. Looks like Lord of the Rings. Or not Lord of the Rings, what was that show? Game of Thrones. Winter is coming.
Well, it's almost midday now. This fog, it's just been kind of going in and out. We'll get a little bit of sunniness, a little bit of breeze, and some more clouds, and some more snow will kind of roll in. But we've seen some deer, just not a ton of deer. I mean, just some does here and there, and a few bucks, and most of the usual suspects. We did have one nice 3x4 kind of pop out. Jace was following a big 2-point, and all of a sudden he kind of led him to this 3x4. He was out there about 650 yards, and he went up and over a ridge that way. So been saying we need some weather. It's been too bright. Been getting up in almost the 60s during the middle of the day. This could be the weather that gets it rocking. Might head down to the truck here in a little bit, kind of warm up. This cloud cover and everything, it stayed quite a bit cooler today. So this morning, we saw a lot of deer on this hillside. Not so much that way, not so much that way. And then we saw that big, I'm calling it a big 3x4, a new buck. He was right down here in these aspens. And he fed up and he went kind of over this hillside somewhere back in there. We glassed from this rock face up here. What was that, day 3? The afternoon of day 3? So kind of the idea is the buck was probably one of the more mature bucks that we've seen so far on this trip. So if we can get up here, the wind's blowing from the valley floor up this way. We're gonna wrap the backside, but he's probably in one of these patches of aspens, maybe even up under some of those oaks. We'll see if it works. Four deer. Five deer. Looks like a little buck. They're watching. Oh, there's more deer coming down the hill. Good buck, good buck, good buck. Coming right down the hill. Coming right down the hill. Good buck, come on, see him. Are you on him? Huh?
I'm on it.
Okay. It's gotta be 200 yards, huh? What is he? See that 3x4 bite from earlier?
He's under the tree, right?
I think so, yeah. Where's he at?
He should be at the base of that tree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got him. Tree is it? That one. 219. It's the buck from earlier this morning.
The 3x4?
The 3x4, yeah. I just need him to take a step. He's a heavy buck. I'll wait for him to step out. Yep, get ready. Get ready. You on him?
Yep. You hit him. He's still there.
Yep. Stay on him.
I think he's gonna go down.
Dude, he looked like he was hit hard.
He fell over. He just fell.
Are you sure?
Yep. Dude.
That's the buck from this morning. He's heavy, man.
And he came
Right back.
He didn't move.
That's crazy. The gun's clear, by the way. Bottom of the ninth buck, huh? And it was the same buck from this morning.
So he did sneak back a little bit.
He did. Little sneaky thing. We were sitting here thinking he was going to be... Hey, but we did kill him in the aspens. Kind of.
That's when we killed him in the last one.
Oh, man. You know, that was probably the most mature buck we've seen all week.
Sick.
Like, heavy. I mean, he's just a... I say just a 3x4, but he's heavy. He's got a huge body. You know, what's up?
That was awesome.
Jace is jacked. I'm jacked too. Man. That's awesome. Oh yeah. He's got some solid mass. Whew. Nice mass. It's a beautiful buck. You know, we saw this buck this morning and had him at, I don't know, 650 yards, and he just started posturing and like all bristled up, and you could just tell that he was a more mature buck. And I mean, looking at his face, you know, just a big old head on him. He's got nice mass. Good forks. That's awesome. Thank you, Mr. Buck. Thank you, thank you. That feels better. Well, that worked out, I think, better than we'd even thought that it was going to work out. Man, what a fun experience. I mean, like I said before, this is my first chance to hunt Nevada. I'm so thankful to be able to get a tag. I'm thankful that Randy allows us to do these things. And I'm really thankful to have a cooler full of mule deer buck meat to take back to Montana. Right now I'm pretty thankful for this oatmeal cream pie. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Jace, do you enjoy it? Do you have fun?
Very much.
Very much. Me too. So, thanks for watching. See you guys later.